Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play Trails to Azure Part 38. In the previous video we wrapped up the first day of Chapter 3. We learned about the pleroma grass and how it is used to create gnosis, and it also apparently creates space-time distortions, which are maybe a slight concern for the city of Crossbell. But now we're going to move out and do some of our support requests. I think we're going to start with the Armorica one, the follow-up to the merchant quest we did yesterday. Yesterday in-game, not yesterday in real life. I think the video where we did the Armorica quest was like a few days ago for the YouTube videos. I think it was like 3 days ago for me, or 2 days ago. I don't remember. All I know is that it made me want to rip my hair out, because partially on me, because... well, the biggest problem was that I talked to everyone beforehand, before we got the quest, and then when we went around talking to people again, they all basically, except for those 3 characters, had the same dialogue. So I was kind of like, I didn't completely do my due diligence to talk to every single character, so I forgot to talk to the lady in the one room, and it never let us progress the quest. I'm hitting the button, nothing's happening. That was weird. I don't understand these changes Derek's been pushing. I suppose it's true that having orbital tools in the field would make things easier. I don't know, I like field work and feel weird about having my job taken by machines. Yeah, I guess... I mean, if you're getting a cut of the profits, like, why does it matter? You know? You can just do gardening on your own time if you like it so much. You just don't have to do it for a living anymore. Now, granted, the question is, will the village be compensated for the construction of the factory on their property? Probably not, but I would assume that's probably the Derek guy's intention, right? Everyone's talking about changing the village. I'm not sure I like that. Well, as long as I can keep living as I have been, I guess I don't care enough to protest. How are we on that? We could buy some carrots. Give me some carrots. Oh, we have money now. I did do some fishing off screen. We can probably fight several of the Elite Four members now. We did get a big whopper. That should let us fight Dragon Lady, if nothing else. Or whatever she was called. Dragon Princess Kaguya. The one that's actually just right outside of Armorica Village. We might do that in this video if well, we should probably fight... apparently, I don't know if she's supposed to be harder or not than the others. I don't really know, like, if there's a specific order you're supposed to fight them in, or I don't even really know how the angler battles work, per se, like the exact specifics. I don't know if it's just like it is in the Trails 3 side quest, or what, or a side story. Minnith will be conducting his final negotiation today. I hope his and Derek's plan works. This is awfully exciting stuff. I want to play Bracers. Shut up. You're going to play SSS and you're going to like it. I'm tired of playing Bracers. It's so boring around here. I wish something crazy would happen and snap everyone out of it. Mr. Minnith's planning on building something on our private property off old Armorica Road. That's where we're storing our farming tools, though. I guess we'll have to move the storehouse. Because I think I talked to you like this, and then didn't see Lady over there, and that's how we missed her. I would have never imagined the village has changed so rapidly. It must be thanks to Minnith's skills. Kinda looks the same to me. I don't think nothing's changed yet. Minnith came about an important business to see Derek. I wonder if their plans are finally coming to fruition. Heard what Derek's been up to behind the chief's back. I wonder if this is okay. A brand new business right here in Armorica. I don't like competition. Else people won't buy my rice. I feel like the village's problems grow greater with each passing season. I wonder if it's time for Chief Tolta to stray from the old traditions. At the very least, it's clear that Derek is pushing for reform. Well, obviously you can't stay the same forever. I mean, even if Derek is maybe shacking up with a shady business guy, like, his plan isn't necessarily a bad one. Chief Tolta's son has been very tense since he returned yesterday. I can only imagine his talks today could potentially change Armorica forever. I'm expecting an important guest today. Please let me be. Okay, fine. Alright, let's go talk to the chief. What? Let's go talk to the chief? Chief? Oh, he's not in Armorica? Well, you should probably read your freaking quest log. And Harold Hayworth, oh my god. Oh my god. Well, we'll just count this as exploration. It's not a complete waste of time. I mean, I guess we could try and use the biggest problem is I can never remember what districts are called. That's the biggest problem, the fast travel for me. We talked to you guys already. They're like, I'm super fast driving man. You're cookie lady? It's kind of, I'm surprised I just happened to not go to Harold Hayworth's house. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't know that's where you're supposed to go for the quest. I thought you went to Armorica. Because usually this is the one place I always visit. But we'll go upstairs real quick. Anyone up here? I heard the village chief's son has gotten wrapped up in something troublesome. I hope things can be solved quickly. Papa said they had something to talk about, so he told me to go upstairs. Do you think it's about Papa's work? Nah. Talking about selling you off into slavery like they did Ren. I mean, I know they technically maybe didn't do that. I don't know. I don't know if I buy it still. I still got my eye on you, Harold. Pardon us, it's the special support section. Hello again, SSS. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you've come. Can you tell us what's happened since yesterday, Chief Tulta? I understand there's been new developments in the case. Yeah, that's correct. I fear the situation is more dire than I had originally thought. I'd like to discuss it with you all in depth as soon as possible. Is that alright? Nope, it's not. See ya. Right now it's fine. Please fill us in on the details. You said there were new developments? Indeed. I went to Ash Tree Inn to attempt to persuade Derek once more. I told him they need to break ties with Minnith because he's far too suspicious. So he cut straight to the point. Right, but he still refused. In fact, I learned something new. I heard here to discuss that with Mr. Hayworth. Something new. Were you able to ascertain Minnith's plan? What Chief Tulta told me caught me off guard, to be honest. Minnith's grip on the village is far tighter than we had imagined. What do you mean by that? From what I learned yesterday, several villagers did already trust him. Is it more than that? Well, Minnith has not only secured the private property on Old Armorica Road, but the deed to every last plot of land in the village itself. Wait, what? Guys. He what? As shocking as it is, one question comes to mind. How was he able to snatch something so important? A good question. From what we know, he's planning something that calls for expanding into the village's lotus fields. The more plots of land he collects in the villages, the more he can expand the lotus fields and increase the harvest. The Quincy Company taking over the management of the fields themselves would also reduce the required labor. That does line up with what we heard yesterday, so they're basically planning to buy out the village, turn it all into lotus fields, and kick everyone out? It seems bad. Well, I mean, in Derek's defense, maybe he didn't expect them to just sell their fucking land to the guy. Or not even sell, he just like gave him the deed? What? It sounded like a good thing for the village, but we didn't realize what the sacrifice would be. Yeah, it's all too good to be true. If Minnith has his hands on those land titles, he could abuse them in any way he wanted. This man could not be trusted. If he had stopped with our private property, then even the worst case scenario wouldn't have caused too much damage. And that using every plot of land, the results could be catastrophic. You guys might be shit out of luck when it comes to breaking that contract, though. Yeah, that's where you come in. If you can expose him, then perhaps the contract would be null and void. And if not, you know, toss him in the lake, you know what I'm saying? That's off the record, by the way. I know that nothing criminal has transpired here on the surface, but we can still ask you to look into this. Well, the SSS has always been a little bit different as far as CPD protocol is concerned. Our job is to give citizens support when they request it, and you've given enough reason to see Minnith as suspicious, so we're willing to help. Thank you, Detective Bandits. You all have been like a guardian angels for our village. Where should we begin the investigation? I'm at a bit of a loss myself. It's not as though there's a smoking orbital gun. True. Oh, yeah, get some legal assistance from old Grimmy Grim. Do you mean Mr. Grimwood? Yes, granted we're only working on suspicions of Minnith at the moment, but if you explain the situation to Ian, he may be able to point you in the evidence you're looking for? That sounds like a good idea. If we can produce even a shred of evidence against Minnith, then it'll act as a good starting point for the investigation. On the other hand, Ian has been incredibly busy ever since the mayor advocated for independence. There's no guarantee he'll have time to see you. Only one way to find out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, let's go pay him a visit. I'll leave you to it then. I'll see if my business associates know any rumors regarding the Quincy Company or Minnith. We would appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. You're the only ones I can count on. I feel pathetic for not being able to do anything. Don't worry, Chief Tulsa. We'll handle it from here. Just sit tight and relax. Maybe pray to the goddess for good luck while you're at it. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. The village chief is worried sick. This involves not only his village, but his son as well. It's only natural you'd feel like this. Worrying too much can ruin one's health, so we'll do what we can to calm him down. Well, I don't know. I feel like more blame goes to the villagers. Oh, we have some honey. It's so sweet and yummy. But like, I feel like more blame goes to the villagers for just giving away the deed to their land like idiots. What's up, Grimmy Grim? Oh, see, he's just maxing and relaxing all cool. Mr. Grimwood! What a relief you are in your office. Yeah, I was just in the middle of taking a break. You all seem in desperate need of a consultation. Is it that obvious? I never see those looks in your faces come through my... I've seen those looks in your faces come through my door countless times. Please take a seat. I may be busy, but I'll gladly listen to you. Our apologies, and thank you. Lloyd and the others explained what they learned about Minnith in the last 24 hours, along with what he'd done. They also mentioned that Minnith had been collecting deeds to Armorica Village's plots of land. I see. This is quite the predicament the village finds itself in. A case like this one would typically take top priority for me, but as you all know, I've been busy this week drafting the preliminary constitution for the mayor. I apologize, I don't have the time to take over this case personally. That is unfortunate. We suspected that would be the case, but a simple consultation would still be helpful. Very well, I'll give you any advice I can while you're here. We appreciate it, Mr. Grimwood. Do you have any insight on this? There's no evidence of Minnith doing anything criminal at this point, at least as far as we can tell. Is there something we're missing? I do have one idea. You figured something out already? Perhaps. An Erebonian friend gave me some reference material that had a very similar case, though I can't say the circumstances are an exact match. We're looking for any lead that could help us in this investigation. If you think there's any similarity, we'd be happy to hear it. Very well, if you insist. I'll recall it the best I can. Several years ago, a man visited an Erebonian baron's estate. The man went by the name Rittner. He introduced himself as a professional businessman working for a famous brewing company. The name Rittner seems very vaguely familiar, but I don't know. Rittner presented the baron with an opportunity to become rich beyond his wildest dreams, quickly at that. He wanted to use the baron's barley fields that had been passed down to his family for generations to expand the brewing company. They would construct a brewery on the baron's land, and his family would be responsible for managing the brewery. That was the idea. That sounds a lot like... Every story beat is awfully similar to what's happening in Armorica. The baron accepted the deal and signed Rittner's contract. Then, under the guise of constructing the brewery, the fields and a portion of the baron's lands were temporarily transferred to Rittner. Additionally, the baron converted his assets into capital for the sake of getting the business off the ground. However, Rittner disappeared with both the deeds to his land and that capital. The hell? The baron's family were in a panic after having suddenly lost contact with Rittner. At the time, the baron had hardly any idea of the events that were about to unfold. Ultimately, they learned Rittner had sold the deeds to a third party. The baron's land was to become a suburb. In the end, the baron's family racked up a substantial debt. Before long, they had lost their entire territory. With that, the family was stripped of their rank and they disappeared. Damn, that's one hell of a story. Is that, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. How did the Kapuas lose their property? Wasn't it like something similar to that where they like sold it off by accident? Or was it confiscated? I can't remember if it was like they did something wrong and they got it taken from them by the government, or if they lost it due to mismanagement like that. That man conned them into giving up their property and sold it right under their noses? That's terrible. Who would do such a thing? Your investigation immediately reminded me of that case. Lie to earn their trust and then run off with a large fortune? Common method for committing fraud. I think because you know the older brother like felt guilty about it, right? That he had like lost the family for. Is that? I mean, I could see that's maybe what they're referencing there. Fraud. If this case is the same, then Minnith may not be a Quincy Company employee at all. He would simply be a con man trying to swindle Armorica for all they're worth. Precisely, I cannot say this is the case, though I am worried it may be. I agree, there are too many similarities between your story and the case we're investigating. We need to shift our focus to this being a potential fraud case. Meaning we have more leads on the kinds of things we should be looking into. Yeah, there are two things that are highly suspicious about Minnith. First, the promises of his plan. We need to find out if he's done anything to establish the Armorican Honey Company or not. You could probably figure that out by following the trail of Mira. You'd have to get a bank loan to start a business in Crossbell. If it's all a sham, then the evidence we may need is at the IBC. The other main thing is whether Minnith is really employed by the Quincy Company. The Quincy Company's headquarters aren't in Crossbell, so that'll be a little tougher to figure out. Regarding that, I may be able to help. We should try visiting Grandfather's home. Why the McDowell estate? There should be a brochure about the Quincy Company in my old bedroom. It outlines how the company works. We may be able to find some useful information in it. What's something like that doing in your old crib, Mademoiselle Ellie? I enjoy making sweets, okay? I used to be interested in the Quincy Company, so I ordered one of their brochures. It should be on the shelf in my room. Then again, I doubt a simple brochure would have that kind of information. I wouldn't discount the possibility so easily. It's officially Quincy Company material. You may be able to find something contradictory to what Minnith said. It never hurts to cover all your bases. I agree. Let's make a point to drop by the McDowell estate, too. Thank you for the invaluable advice, Mr. Grimwood. Our investigation has leads thanks to you. I'm glad I was able to be of some use. You said you were using the Hayworth residence as a base of operations, yes? Yeah, we are. By the time I'll help with this case as much as I'm able. Unfortunately, given the other task on my plate, I cannot make any promises. I understand, you've already helped us immensely. I guess I could just cut off some time in the Constitution by just not getting to that, making that hacking law that we've been trying to get around to. It's nice to have a professional in the neighborhood we can lean on. I'll do what I can to drop by later, so best of luck in your investigation until then. Sounds good, thanks again. Okay, y'all ready to get back out there? We need to look into the Armorican Honey Company and Minnith's plans at the IBC for one. It'd also be a good idea to swing by the McDowell estate for the brochure Ellie mentioned. It may state something that contradicts Minnith. Those are our two objectives for the investigation. Roger, we'll find the evidence no matter what it takes. Help you as much as my time will allow. What's up, Petey boy? Grimwood has been busy drafting the preliminary constitution, but I'm with him on this. Your case isn't something that can be overlooked. Shouldn't you be in school? Guess we'll do McDowell first because it's closest. You're on the second floor, right, Ellie? Like right here? Oh? Are you in this room? Why is your room nicer than the main guy, the grandfather? You think he'd have like a just as nice a room if nothing else? Let's see. Oh, here it is. This is the Quincy Company brochure I mentioned earlier. Ooh, the thing's even bound. Put a ton of effort into it, that's for sure. Considering the size of the company, they have the ability to do so. We can likely trust anything written inside. Well, page 7 says T.O. sucks eggs, so haha, you've been gotten. Well, at least it was worth coming here for then. Alright, let's take a closer look at what's inside. As a leading company in the confectionery industry, the Quincy Company is tirelessly innovating the world of confectionaries. This brochure aims to provide a brief introduction to our passion and hard work. We like making money, therefore, we make money. The end. We believe the foremost aspect of any confectionery is its taste, for if a treat isn't tasty, why would anyone enjoy it? Status? Cultural, inertia? On this principle, the Quincy Company refuses to compromise on the quality of our products. Our factories are equipped with the latest equipment, and naturally, we pay them the utmost attention to hygiene. At the Quincy Company, we are particular about the quality of our ingredients and where they are sourced. Our standards for product development are also very strict. The executives sample development products and after many planning meetings judge whether they are worthy of being brought to market. Only then will they go to the production line. This has been a tradition of the Quincy Company since its founding, so that we may deliver our customers only the best confectionaries to enjoy. Okay, so they're probably not using freelance, or maybe not freelance, but like, you know, third-party agents to sample things. It is this tradition and commitment to excellence that has made the Quincy Company the confectionery maker that we are today. I'm not sure what we were expecting. This reads like typical corporate talk. Is there anything there that contradicts what Minnith has said before? Kind of. Maybe coming here for the brochure was a waste of time after all. No, I did notice something. You did? Oh, I know what's going on. You're into detective mode again, aren't you? Well, don't leave us hanging. What is it? On the surface, everything Minnith told us at the hotel yesterday was fairly acceptable and nothing would arouse suspicion. But according to this brochure, there is one major contradiction. What's more is that it's enough to prove that he isn't employed by the Quincy Company. Came to a conclusion that big from this one little brochure? Bad idea, get a load of this. Sorry to cut you off, but I hate spoilers. What are you talking about? To be honest, it's annoying that you're the only one who figured it out. Why don't we save it for when we question Minnith? Wazzy, this is an investigation, not a game. I agree with Wazzy, actually. Your introduction may not be accurate after all. It would be better if the team was not prejudiced by your opinion as a precaution. Not to mention, I do not enjoy you stealing the spotlight when you enter detective mode, as Randy put it. I'm the main character. Why do I get the feeling that second comment was the real reason she doesn't want me to share? Okay, if you two insist, instead I want you all to consider everything we know thus far. I'll summarize the main points of the brochure in the detective notebook. All that's left is to visit the IBC. Let's see what our investigation there gets us. Lead the way. I would assume the contradiction is that the Quincy executives sample the product. It wouldn't be up to this guy to determine whether the product's good enough. Was there anything else written there? Excellent quality products over all else, have modern equipment. Yeah, so the contradiction would definitely be the third point. And very busy. Pop by Workio's tower, maybe we can meet him. Probably not, but who knows. Did we do Entertainment District already? I can't remember what places we visited. I know we visited downtown and a little of East Street. I don't think we finished. No, we just did the Bracer Guild. Okay, that. Are you still talking about the guys? Yeah. We've done Entertainment District then. Because we tried to go in here and they told us to leave. Yeah. Heard of those cryptid monsters that have begun to appear outside of the city. The intel that was handed down on them said they vanish when they're defeated. Weird. You're weird. Where am I going again? IBC? Lovely morning, when you say. None of the spot of the best view of the city. The air is nice and fresh up this way, too. How's it going? Prices have been taking an interesting turn in the Republic this morning. It was a great time to buy that stock I was looking at earlier, but now, well, hindsight is always 20/20, isn't it? Nothing that can be done about it now. What do you mean the AMC stock price doubled overnight? What? Hello again, SSS. What can I do for you today? We'd like to ask for the IBC's cooperation with the investigation we're working on. Would it be possible for you to do an account search for us, Lanfei? We're looking to investigate suspicious mirror transfers made by a certain account. Suspicious mirror transfers? It is within company policy, which is related to a criminal investigation. First, would you mind telling me the details of this investigation? Shouldn't we have to provide a warrant? Just saying, I feel like we should have to provide a warrant to see this guy's personal information. I'd just be like, hey, yo, look up John Doe for me. Not a problem. I understand now. Is that enough for the IBC's cooperation? Cracking down on cases like this is in the IBC's best interest too, isn't it? Fraud damages the bank's reputation. You're correct, and it is related to a legitimate criminal investigation. I can help. You'll have to settle for me simply telling you what I can read on my terminal screen. That's more than enough, if you would please. Very well. Let me find an account registered under the name Minnith first. That's her clicking and clacking. Armorica Honey Company, subsidiary of the Quincy Company. I found it. There is indeed an account under that name. Wait, what's wrong? Did you find something wrong with the account? Well, I couldn't typically tell you the exact balance on the account. However, the Armorica Honey Company only has its bare minimum balance deposited to it. What exactly does that mean? Basically, corporate accounts require a minimum amount of capital simply to be opened. In this case, the minimum deposit is all that's in the account. From what you told me, that would mean tens of thousands of mirror are missing. There is a construction of the factory, management of the fields, and more to cover. It's simply impossible for any minimum deposit to be able to cover all of it, that much is clear. There hasn't been a single change in the account despite him holding the land title and having signed several deals. It's certainly suspicious. As I suspect, the only reason this account was made was to gain Derek's trust. And it worked. This is just the kind of evidence we need. Thank you for all your help, Lanfei. I'm glad I could be of assistance. You always know where to find me if you need the IBC's cooperation again. We'll never forget. Okay. We should return to the Hayworth residence. Got it. Okay, you're always happy to help. So yeah, we did fishing, which means we actually have like a decent amount of money. Just from getting time and space to pith. We probably should go upgrade slots though, relatively soon, especially on Tio. We're getting a little mana hunger. Like Tio and Wazi mainly are the ones who would need it. Today's noodles are top notch, let me tell you. Give them a taste, you're gonna regret it if you don't. We'll pop out the CNS real quick. I see, I thought that might be the case. Incidentally, he's over in Mainz and won't be back until late. Oh, is that Nielsen? Apparently there's a quest with Nielsen in Mainz. Regrettably, you'd better off leaving a message saying you wanted to meet. Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, can you let him know for me? I most certainly can. How should I get back to you? Where will you be staying? I have a room at Longlau over on East Street. Let him know I'll drop whatever I'm doing and meet him as soon as I can. So you're the librarian, reporter, right? Librarian? What, you know, whatever. You know, it's gonna be said different every time. I got an editorial meeting this morning. There's been a lot of big news lately, so the office has been pretty enthusiastic about how it's going to cover it all. Librarian? It's hard to roll that off my tongue. Nothing like a morning dose of Joe to get the juices flowing. You guys want any? All we got is canned though. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm not like a coffee snob by any stretch of the mean, but no. We're good, but thanks for asking. Suit yourselves. Anyway, I've heard you guys killed it with that cryptid extermination mission. I suppose so, but where did you... Is there anywhere that you do not have eyes and ears? What can I say? It pays to have good connections. And hey, I'm also looking out for y'all's health. I don't want you kids getting hurt on the job. Our health is the cornerstone of both our professions after all. Thanks, we appreciate it. One of these days you will divulge your secrets, lady. Wait, did we talk to you down here? Yeah, we did. And you? And editorial meetings. Big news! Big news! Back to the Hayworths we go. There you are. So you've returned. Good to see you made it, Mr. Grimwood. I see you returned too, Mr. Hayworth. Yes, I just finished asking my business associates about the situation. How did things go on your end? We were able to figure out a bit thanks to Mr. Grimwood. How about you, Mr. Hayworth? Likewise. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, though. We went through the trouble of digging up that info, so you may as well share it with the rest of the class. Agreed, the information may assist us with our investigation. I suppose you're right. I asked my business associates if the name Minnith rang any bells. I've been informed that Minnith has been researching a certain market ever since arriving in Crossbell, which would be the price of land in various locations throughout Crossbell. The price of land? Sounds more like a real estate agent at this point. What would a Quincy Company employee need with that information? Maybe the piece of puzzle of Minnith's intent. Really? Yes, I suspected as much. I may have also discovered something useful since we last saw each other. Huh? Harold? Tulta? Could you all be finding something in my office? At your office, Ian? I don't mind, but is it important? Well, it's not good enough to prove anything, however. We can consider it insurance to nail Minnith for his misdeeds. Really got something like that up your sleeve, Grizzly Glurb? Possibly. We may not make it in time, but I recommend you don't wait for us. I think you ought to get to Armorica Village as quickly as you can. If Minnith is the criminal we think he is, then my plan may have already advanced. His plan may have already advanced to its final stages. However, I'm confident you'll solve the case with the evidence on your hand. I wish you all the best of luck. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Grimwood. We're off to Armorica Village, guys. We'll reveal Minnith's true colors and stop him dead in his tracks. Right. Well, let's keep moving. Keep it schmoving. Might be a tad unrealistic for the price to get cut in half, but even just a 20% drop would be much more affordable. It'd be 20% more affordable. That's how percentages work. Keep your speed to a minimum, please. Your cooperation keeps the city safe. I've spotted fewer cars with the international license plate recently. Is this because of the proposal for independence? Whatever the case may be, there's still plenty of traffic to direct and accidents to prevent. I will never keep my speed to a minimum. I'm faster than God himself. Ah! This is just my gut feeling, but I think most of the younger generation is for us going independent. Kids these days don't understand strife, nor they understand just how serious all this is. Well, you know, you can only lie down and take it for so long. Well, we're going Armorica. Old Armorica we go. Here, Derek and Mr. Minnith's plan is almost ready to go. I wanted to see what happens next. I'm really looking forward to it. Revanche & Co. Oh no. I mean, I guess it's kind of a fitting music. Use 6 again. Special support section. We have a few questions for you, Derek. Minnith, what kind of deal are you hoping to strike today? Meddling my affairs with my father's behalf again, are you? Please, Derek, there's no harm in answering their questions. After all, our plan will be set in motion very soon. What's that supposed to mean? Right before you all arrive, Derek and I finished signing the required paperwork. My company will expand its operation into the lotus fields I obtained from this village. The Quincy Company will then take over the management of the village's fields. What? You signed away the rights to almost all the village's agriculture. Is this really what you want, Derek? What do you mean? Nothing is changing. I'm just transferring the management of the fields to him. Yes, of course, it really is simple. With my company harvesting the honey, you'll be able to streamline the production of our candy. A temporary transfer of the land's right to my company is a necessary first step that will smooth the process. What a crafty bastard. The plan has reached its final phase, which means... Well then, Derek, I'll be delivering this contract to the main office. Looking forward to getting the good news tomorrow. Sounds good. I'll be waiting. Boyd, we can't let him get away. Minnith, before you go, we have a few more questions. How much is this Tonfa hurt? And, B, why are you resisting? Oh? And what might those be? Are you aware of the allegations levied against you? The primary allegation, of course, being suspicion of fraud? What? That's absurd. How dare you insult Minnith like that? Now, Derek, please calm down. Minnith? The special support section, was it? What could possibly make you suspect that I'm some sort of criminal? Surely you have some kind of proof of your claim, don't you? That we do. Interesting, why don't you tell me all about it? But first, let me remind you that I'm an Imperial citizen. If you try and bring me in without a decisive evidence, I will do what I must to resolve this, even if you are police officers. That's fine with us. Boyd! Don't worry, Ellie, let me handle this. From our investigation, I have no doubt that Minnith is guilty. I'm going to expose Minnith and show Derek the truth. Interesting, if that's how you want to play this, then go right ahead, I'll answer anything you like. So what's your first question? First, about your actions in Crossbell. There's a contradiction between what you say and what you've done. Could you please recount your actions for me? Contradiction? Since arriving in Crossbell, I've been cooperating with Derek on a plan. This plan will result in the formation of the Armorica Honey Company, a subsidiary of the Quincy Company. It will specialize in producing candy made from Armorica's high-quality honey. Combined with my company's acumen, it's a surefire success. The business already has an account in its name and is just about prepared for launch. Tell me, what's so contradictory about that? Well, everything. The plan is more like a charade from where I'm standing. Our investigation has uncovered a key contradiction in what you just said. Isn't it obvious? His confectionery act, well, because I mean there's a couple problems, right? I mean there's several contradictions, so the problem is which one do they want? I would say I don't know what they, because I mean there's the two contradictions here, or the one I'm thinking about the plan is underway is that, well, none of the money's been, like, there's no money in the account to start doing stuff. One second, be right back. All right, I just had a call I had to answer. What were we talking about? So like, oh yeah, I was thinking about what, because I don't know if the contradiction is that none of the money's in the account, or if it's that he's not an executive, so therefore he's not the one to test the honey. I'm gonna say that because that seemed to be the contradiction in the notebook, or this seems to be the most related to that. The idea that only the executives are the one to make the decision on setting up subsidiaries. This plan you mentioned, you don't know anything about making candy, do you? Oh, that's an interesting angle. Do you have any proof of that claim? Well, if he's clear, what? I may be able to explain. We noticed it inconsistent when we investigated the IBC. I mean, yeah, but that's a different contradiction. That's right. Minnith, that plan of yours hasn't progressed at all, has it? I wanted to say that, but he could just be like, oh, I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. You know? IBC, what are you talking about? Consider this, if the Quincy Company intended to advance its plan here in Crossbell, it would need a loan from the IBC to fund the construction and development of the subsidiary. Well, yes, of course. I registered the company with the city and created a corporate account. But that's as far as you went, isn't it? The account for the Armorica Honey Company only had a minimum balance required to open an account in it. While we weren't told the exact amount, I would speculate it's only in the tens of thousands of Mira. But like, I feel like that's less decisive. Like, I feel like you can brush that away easier than you can brush away the idea that like, the Quincy Company would never authorize him to even set up the subsidiary in the first place. I feel like that's more decisive evidence and a better contradiction than just the money aspect. And I thought the first prompt was in relation to that contradiction, not the money contradiction. Just how are you planning to build a factory and run a business with so little starting capital? You looked into my IBC account. That's freaking illegal, dude. This can't be true, can it, Minnith? Please don't misunderstand, Derek. I never said what they're claiming is the truth. I'm merely commenting on the audacity it takes to do something so invasive. And but there's hardly any mirror in that account. You know, I got a gambling addiction. As an employee of the company, I must be careful in moving money around. As such, I can't take out a loan on behalf of the Quincy Company. Of course I'll be secure. See, like, this is a good deflection. This is what I expected him to say. I'll be securing a loan from the IBC once I receive permission from the main office. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. See? That's what I expected to happen with the money one, which is why I didn't go for it. Don't count us out just yet. I can tell Minnith is getting frustrated. If we continue to press him and pile on the evidence, we can get him to crack. What's that look on your face? You have something more to ask? Just so happens I do. You haven't cleared your name yet, Minnith. You're still not satisfied? Don't let them rattle you. I will make sure to clear any and all of your doubts, Derek. You say you're employed by the Quincy Company, but is that really true? What are you talking about? Are you implying that Minnith isn't associated with the Quincy Company at all? That's what the hour evidence points to. Goodness to me, I didn't expect you to say something so outlandish. How about I show you my business card, employee ID? Those articles could be forged. Regardless, we have evidence that would supersede either of those. And we found it in a Quincy Company informational brochure. An informational brochure? Oh yeah, the one in Mademoiselle Ellie's room. We recorded the main points in our detective's notebook. The brochure comes directly from the Quincy Company's main office. There's no doubt of its accuracy. There's a clear contradiction between what you told us yesterday and the brochure's contents. What I told you? Something that would prove that you couldn't possibly be the employee that you claim to be. Creation of a subsidiary. Yeah, that's what I was going for with the other one. So I'll take some blame for it, but I also think it's a little unclear. I mean, it's really my biggest problem is I don't like shortened prompts when like you don't really know what they're going to say. In general, there's always like an element of you're kind of guessing because you don't really know what they're going to go for based on like a 3-word prompt. I'll create a subsidiary in Armorica Village. Yes, this is something that's along those lines. What's your point? Wait, what does that prove? You really... Wait, what? What are you talking about? How is that not the freaking contradiction? The other one was dislike of sweets. He never said that. But A, I don't think he ever said that. B, how the fuck am I supposed to remember that? That's what he told us yesterday? Dude, this quest sucks. Okay, I'm mad. What does that have to do with anything, Wazzy? That's right, I don't care for sweets. What of it? You implying to say that someone who... No, the problem is that you're not an executive. Obviously, the way that the brochure is laid out is that the executives back at the main branch are the ones who decide to set up subsidiaries. They don't use third-party people to set these up. Not this particular... They don't, you know, they don't trust their third-party people to judge the quality of the sweets. I'm a little mad. I'm actually like, because this logic makes no fucking sense. What are you on about? Who do you work for? The Confectionery Police Department? This is what was written in the brochure. Executives sample development products and after many plannings, meetings, judge whether they're worthy. That's what I was going for. He doesn't have the authorization to set up a subsidiary. What is that? Wait. It's illogical that someone who has a distaste for sweet things would be employed by Quincy given their traditions. Or do you disagree? I never said I hated sweets. That's not going to work for us. You admit to not liking them in this very conversation. How stupid do you think we are? I mean, it's not like a big deal we just lose out on DP when we've already missed quests anyway, so it's not like we're going to be able to max it out or anything. But it's a little annoying that I just feel like the logic here makes no sense. Why would you lie about being an employee of the Quincy Company? It's simple. You intended to gain Derek's trust before ripping him off. This is the only deduction I can make based on the evidence. As for the confectioneer waiting to make use of Armorica's honey, Quincy Company was just a name with weight thrown to win Derek's trust. Minnith, what's the meaning of this? You tricked me? Derek, don't allow yourself to be deceived by these scoundrels. What'd you just call us? Think about it for a second. If I did come to Armorica Village for the purpose of founding a fraudulent company called the Armorican Honey Company, if I did have an ulterior motive in deceiving Derek, my very good new friend, then what was it? Why would I go to such ridiculous lengths? If you can't prove that, then you have no right to call me a fraud. I should arrest you for slander. You're asking for it. Everyone here knows exactly what you're after. If it's another bad logic one, I'm gonna explode. Are you sure, Lloyd? I mean, I might know, but I definitely don't want to be the one put on the spot. Don't worry, I got this. You fucked it up twice in a row, Lloyd. Shut up! Final piece of the puzzle that will out Minnith one and for all. Quit that mumbling. You have something to say, then say it out loud. Okay. Land rights. If this is wrong, the game's over. Uninstalled. Let's play over. Obtaining the land rights of Armorica Village itself. What? Actually, a long time ago, 40 years ago, I said something about cars. That's the actual answer. It's related to cars. A trader we know named Harold Hayworth gave us some information about you. Minnith, immediately after arriving in Crossbow, you were looking into the state's land prices. If you were employed by the Quincy Company in search of business opportunities, this would make no sense. So why do it? I can only think of one possibility. Your objective from the start was to acquire land. That's right, it wouldn't make any sense. There's more to it. Armorica Village is surrounded by scenic beauty, making the village itself a high-value location. Supposedly the land was sold to a real estate agency that have villas built here. Suppose the land. How much Mira do you think it would sell for? I would estimate something in the tens of millions of Mira for land like this. That said, I don't think the villagers would ever agree to sell. Exactly, their unwillingness to part with this land under normal circumstances is the crux of his plan. Now, assuming your motive was to obtain the land rights, then your actions become clear. First, you obtain the rights to the lotus fields, the farmland, and any private property. Then, under the pretext of returning to your company's main office, you disappear from the Crossbell entirely. Finally, you sell the deed on the black market and collect the large sum of Mira it's all worth. Then, that Minnith has been your plan the entire time. Minnith, I can't believe what I'm hearing! Lloyd! Is that? Pete, what the hell are you doing here? Thank goodness, looks like we made it in time. Derek. Father, Mr. Hayworth. Aren't you from Mr. Grimwood's office? I'm his assistant, Pete. He would have come himself, but he had to get back to drafting the Constitution. Did you come with evidence? That we did. Ian did say this would prove to be useful insurance. I think you should all see this. Pete produced a photograph for everyone to see. This is just a picture of Grimwood's junk. It's a man who looked like a merchant with the same face as Minnith's. Man, the picture is... What? Why do you have this? A reporter Mr. Grimwood knew in the Empire gave this to him a long time ago. However, the name on the photo isn't Minnith, it's Rittner. Rittner, I feel like we heard that name recently. I know! It's the name of the man who stole the land of the Erebonian Baron that Mr. Grimwood told us about. Oh yeah, that dude. That's right, I asked Ian about it again, and he said there's no mistaking it. Well, this is the plot twist I wasn't expecting. I mean, I kind of expected it. Lloyd, why don't you do Minnith the honors? Tell him what this photo could only mean. With pleasure. It means that he does like sweets after all, actually. The man before us and that look the same is they're the same person. They're the same person. And that's because they're the same person that their MOs are an exact match. Mr. Grimwood came to the same conclusion. This man must have been a fraud down to the exact... Must have fraud... Dude, I can't read. I'm like, I guess I'm tilted, so I can't read anymore. This man must have fraud down to an exact orbital science. You're a cook, Minnith, and you'll be charged with attempted fraud. This is, of course, on top of the fraud you previously committed in Erebonia. I can only imagine how many skeletons are going to find in your closet when they get done with you there. I would enjoy hearing all the details of the department's interrogation room. You... Damn you! My work was flawless. You damn kids! You that meddling dog! Minnith! And then Zite attacks him. Don't get full of yourself. You may have won this time. I don't want to be captured so easily. What? Come, my lovely beast. Wait, what? My man's got dogs? What? Why do you even have these? Aren't those Ouroboros dogs? What? But monsters? They appear to be well trained. These cougars, don't freaking tell me. Derek, you've told us it's dangerous. Do you have any idea what you've done? I know precisely what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing it. Don't even think for a second about trying to fight me. Unless you don't value the lives of Derek and the villagers. Damn you. Now get out of my way. Fare thee well, or we shall never meet again. Okay, well, definitely wasn't expecting that. Derek? We can't let him escape. Chase him. Steal that guy's truck. No. He managed to get away. Everyone's so frustrated. I can't believe a spineless coward like him could give us the slip. At least none of the villagers were hurt. Let's look at the silver lining. What a mess. If we come across him again, he won't be so lucky. For now, let's regroup with Chief Tulta and the villagers to report what's happened. Yeah, that's a good idea. Now, it's interesting that Randy recognizes the cougars. I'd kind of assumed the cougars were an Ouroboros thing. But the fact that Randy recognizes them makes me think it's like a Jaeger thing. But then we still don't really know why he would have connections to either of those groups. I can't thank you enough for what you've done today. It's no exaggeration to say that you saved the village from the clutches of that thief. In the end, he still got away, though. Yeah, so now the department knows to keep a lookout for him. It's only a matter of time before he's caught. Derek? I made a grave mistake, and I've caused so much trouble. I was roped into a scheme, and it nearly cost us the village. Once again, I don't think Derek deserves as much blame as the villagers for just giving away their private property for no reason whatsoever. I mean, I shouldn't say no reason whatsoever, but you definitely shouldn't just hand that off to some dude without thinking about it. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're not the one who's guilty. No, it's my fault. Completely and entirely. Once again, no, it's not. It's the villagers' fault as well. I was so desperate to fix the village that I ignored my father and nearly ruined everything. I have no right to become the next village chief. That's where you're wrong. Father? I've been so overly conservative that I never tried to hear proposals for what they were. I know the village will go under if we maintain our current course, and yet I've done nothing. It's my actions that drove you to do this, so I must bear a large share of the responsibility for letting this happen. That's very admirable, Chief Tulta. Thanks to this crisis, I finally realized my mistake. The future of this village cannot hinge entirely on a single stubborn old man's ideology. Derek, we must work together from now on. We must cooperate and discuss our ideas with the villagers. It's the only way we can protect the future of our village. You're right. I'm so sorry, Father. I will dedicate myself to the betterment of the village from here on out. I'm happy the two of you were able to reconcile. Haha, same. Might that make losing your village to a cook worth it? Wazzy, what are you saying? Why do your words not make sense to my brain? Put a sock in it, Wazzy. Learn how to read a room. I'm really sorry about him. I swear, we've tried everything, man. I owe you all an enormous debt, so allow me to thank you once more. Also, my gratitude to Mr. Grimwood. It's a shame you couldn't be here. Don't worry, I'll pass your message along. Seriously, kid, shouldn't you be in school? Even if I played a minor role, I'm glad I can be of assistance. I look forward to continuing our relationship, Chief Delta. Same to you, Harold. If you keep a lookout for Minnith, contact us right away, if he returns. And of course, you can always request the SSS if you need our help for any reason. Hopefully it won't be for anything related to this ordeal ever again. We'll continue to keep you kids in mind. Don't call us kids, nerd. Okay, that quest, kind of annoyed me, but I do kind of wonder. I'm guessing that's maybe the same guy who took the Kapua's land. I can't fully remember the explanation for how they lost their land. It's been like almost 2 years since we played Trails 2, but or do they talk about that in Trails 3? I can't remember if they. I think they lay out the exact specifics in Trails 2, but it's been a while. I'm pretty sure that's what they're getting at, is that that's supposed to be the guy who. I think that's how they lost their land, was something to do with the brother messing up a business deal or something. And that's why he blames himself for losing the land, but yeah. What I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, and now I forgot it. We're at 50 minutes. I guess we'll do a little bit of talking before we leave. I know that foreign guy was up to no good. I can't believe he left those monsters out there. I thought for sure I was gonna be eaten. Holy cow, these huge cat things were hiding in that guy's van. Was that guy an animal trainer for a circus or something? Dang, I should have tried to get his autograph. Those cuties are so big. Too bad they weren't cute. They had swords. That's pretty cute. I can't believe it. Minnith was a crook all along and I never put it together. I can't see a master con artist to pull that off. What a wretched man. He's on the wanted list now, though, so I hope he's captured for too long. So I guess speaking of Kapuas, we'll probably go do the Kapua quest next time. Everything Minnith said was a lie? I'm so sad I can't even imagine what Derek must be feeling right now. Well, I got to keep my truck. Ha ha ha! I'll be Mr. Minnith's the swindler all along. Hey, I brought this old truck from him. What should I do with it now? If I remember right, you bought it for 50,000 mira, and the market value is closer to 500,000. That is a bit of a problem. For the time being, it'd be best if you turned into— What? Shut up, Ellie! Since it was sold and purchased through a legitimate transaction, it'll probably be returned to you in the end. True, but whether the truck was legal in the first place will need to be investigated. Alright, I'll go ahead and contact the police then. Stupid idiots. And then they're gonna seize it because it was involved in a crime, and you'll never see it again. Well, you'll see it again when it's in the police chief's driveway. When they just conveniently happen to keep it. How's it going, guys? You know, let's go duel, man. It's time to duel. I know we can challenge Fishing Lady, so we'll do her just because I know where she is and I don't remember where the others are. I remember where one is. One is like right outside St. Ursula, but like from the south side. You will be destroyed. You will be lain asunder. Very well, present me your fishing notebook. Indeed, you have caught a fish of 130 reg or larger. Now then, conditions are our fated angler duels. The contest will be a 3-round angler's duel. Whoever 3 catches sum to the greatest total length shall be the winner. It's time to duel. Oh, very well. I will put you in your place. Pardon me, I'll take the lead. Hiya! High-octane fishing action. At least it's only a 3-round match and not a 10-round match like in Trails 3. An eel? I won't lose. Which rod will you use? Viking rod. Bait? Oh, we have to use our own bait, man? Hey, I like them apples. I mean, you have some skills, but don't let them get to your head. Ah! I mean, I guess we just keep... I mean, does it count? Do we have to catch 3 different fish? Oh, victory is... You ain't got no clue. I won't lose. I'm gonna just keep using the card. And we don't know... We've never been able to use this fishing hole before, so we don't know what it contains. I admit you have some skills, but don't let that go to your head. So unless she catches like an absolute monster, we should win. Okay. It's a biggin, but it's not big enough. Assuming I don't mess up my button. Let's not fast forward, just in case. I still hit it very late, but thankfully we got it. Get blasted. Let's compare our catches, shall we? 300. 369. What in the world? Unbelievable. I must concede my defeat. I'm a very proud angler, but I know what I've lost. Now I must go jump into the river and never return. Please take this. Dragon Princess's medal? Thank you? Henceforth, you shall be known as the Vanquisher of the Dragon Princess, per the Imperial Fishing Club's rules. However, don't get too full of yourself because of this. No matter how powerful you may be, you are simply no match for Lord Lake Lord. Compared to him, you are as significant as a frog in a well. Maybe a tadpole. No, a bug. A water flea. Okay, I get it. There's no rest when it comes to fishing. I don't know. You like deluxe dumplings? The answer seems to be no. Wait. Tiger Rock Eater! He's so big, dude. Well, that's what I call mute. That was like a tiger. It really gave me a charge, that's for sure. I wonder if it's rare. Okay. Get it? Because his ult is tiger charge? I get it. Can I get another one? Also, what did it spit out? It was like a special item or something. I don't even know how to see what it was we got. Tools? We fishing? Giant fish, one of the guardians of Crossbow? What? Zeit, you've got competition? What? I didn't even realize this. Oh yeah, we did read that. That was part of the story. What is it that we got? Amber Reel. Allows for maximum precision and reeling strength? Okay. I don't really know what that means, but... thanks? I guess? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to whack you just yet. Speaking of rest area, people occasionally approach me to strike up conversation. The nerve of these commoners. I'm a noble and you are treated with respect. Okay, well that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Now the problem with us having to use our own bait, you know, a little annoying. We'll have to go back and get more carps. What the hell? The fuck? Dude, you guys are like actually strong. What the? I mean, you're not like strong, but you're a little. You're stronger than you should be for this area. We did get a combo craft between Wazzy and Randy from doing the monster off screen. Let's try it. Oh, they're charging, dude. That's pretty good damage, man. We only got 11 XP out of it, but, hey. Pretty cool. How do I get out of here? I think it's just gonna be quickest to run to the fork. I guess you guys are, like, slightly stronger. Because, I mean, you guys, like... No, you guys don't die in one hit either. We really can't one-shot our Armorican monsters? Kind of surprising. I think it's like the first time our escape has ever failed. We've actually gotten very low. Granted, we haven't had to escape very many times, but usually our 50-50s go off. Take me to Tangram. "10% of all taxes are split between the Empire." Wait, have we already been here? Seems... I mean, I feel like I've seen that exact line of dialogue before. Races are searching all over the place. I think we need to, like, you know, maybe speed it up when it comes to talking to people. Like, especially just, like, kind of random, unnamed NPCs. "Funny running into here, SSS. Scott and Winslow, I'm surprised to see you out by the border. Are you headed out to the Republic, or maybe there's a cryptid at Tangram Hill?" "Neither. We're gonna get a hot pot, boys. Furthermore, if one of those monsters did appear at Tangram Hill, that would be in the CGF jurisdiction." "That's true, but in that case, what are you doing here?" "We're investigating the area off the East Crossbell Highway where you defeated the cryptid yesterday. If the Paroma grass is connected to the cryptid's appearing, we wanted to see if any more of it had bloomed nearby." "See, that does seem like a necessary factor to examine. Since you're bracers, you guys can get into back areas and places we couldn't investigate. That's the thought. Leave this to us for now. I'm sure there are things you can only you can all do to help as well." "Haven't been able to see your fiancée, Pearl. She works at the department store, right? Unfortunately, we're short-staffed as is. Hang in there. When this is all over, you should ask Michelle for a day off. I can cover for you if you need be." "Thank you, Winslow. I don't know what I'd do without you, partner." Okay, what's going with the other cryptids appeared? Yeah, like, there's so many people to talk to now that, like, I think in order to keep things going so that we don't spend, like, 5 videos every single in-game day just running around talking to people, and that I can record, because also, like, I want to play more of the game. Like, I mean, I enjoy running around talking to people, but, you know, I played for, like, all day yesterday, or for, like, 5 hours yesterday, and all we did was one in-game day of Chapter 3. Nothing to say about Ereboni and Calvert will react. Cross-Balian independence is a threat to their status quo. The local referendum is going to have a larger impact on our neighboring countries than most people realize. About that plant you found during your investigation, Paroma grass, I believe it was referred to as. It also reported to be a key ingredient in Gnosis, was it not? It's always been known that that drug was dangerous. I never imagined it to be linked to something like this. Weren't you also at the police academy during the cold incident, Deputy Commander? That was the first place the CGF attacked. That's right. We were completely blindsided when the brainwash unit from Bellegarde attacked. In the end, the academy staff and I couldn't hold them back, and Ernest was sprung from the prison. We figured that was the case. I think a simple flower could not only cause what happened that night, but also responsible for cryptids appearing in our state. The latter, which is something that presents a clear and present danger to all Cross-Bellians. Okay, we'll check the roof real quick and pop by. By check the roof, I mean go this way. What? That was kind of weird. It's unclear who owns Tangram Hill, Crossbow, the Republic. For all intents and purposes, the Republic has control of it now. But if Crossbow were to become independent, the dispute over that land might heat up. I mean, they can keep it. If it means we get to be independent, you can give up the hill. Despite how he looks, Deputy Commander Douglas is a fairly chill guy, mostly. I want to be like him someday. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's cool. We'll go pop back to... Let's do Bellegarde, and then we'll probably end the video. You know, let's do East Street, actually, because we haven't done East Street yet. Now the mayor's been mulling over the idea of independence for a while. I wonder how Speaker McDowell feels about it. I'd really like to hear his opinion. And we do need to go to Mines eventually. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a quest over there. Morris is out of the house today to play with Mei Ling. It's been too long since Morris got a day off and played with his granddaughter. I'm so happy for them. How's it going, Mr. Long Lao? This table is kind of sticky. Did they forget to clean it? Been cleaning tables, taking orders, and carrying the food. Man, I'm so busy my head's spinning. Well, apparently you're not doing one of those things. Waiter seems awfully unreliable. I'd like my food already, please. Why are you not waiting? Daddy and Finn told me to handle the register today. Puck and Roost like they're having a rough time. Are they gonna be okay? I have a feeling you guys will never be leaving this place. You're gonna be stuck here forever. Is the usual waitress not taking care of the tables today? Man, I thought something seemed off. I mean, he's even learned how to cook? Oh no. Hot, this wok is way too heavy! Hurry up and move it! Sorry. I'm hitting the button, nothing's happening. The secret of fried rice is to cook it using high heat. Now give it a nice texture without having it stick to the pan. Yeah, okay. What are you doing? Keep your eyes in the pan. I'm sorry, Master. Man, Puck and Roos, they demanded we let them do more interesting work. I remember when I used to act like that, Master would always get so mad at me. Oh, it's my controller's being weird. It's like keeps disconnecting. I gotta learn that there's nothing wrong with doing chores. Alright, anyone back here? You're right, Armand. Yesterday... Armand, don't we know you? Gugu Raga? Wasn't yesterday amazing, Ellie and Armand? Or, oh, wait, what's the name? Armin? Do we know you? Are you from Trails in the Sky? I feel like you are. Who are you? Tell me your secrets. I don't know, someone will probably tell me, but... I feel like you're from Trails in the Sky. Got a baby? Young couple? You the guys that we helped get married, maybe? I don't know. I definitely recognize the name. I don't know if they're from Zero or if they're from Trails in the Sky. I feel like they're from Trails in the Sky. A little housework strike worked perfectly. Where do you live, lady? Liv's when it came with my stall's name. She's been supporting me in all kinds of ways ever since I told her I wanted to start my own business. I'm lucky to have such a good friend. Din's tried to start a business without a plan or knowledge at all. I was the one who got him a business permit and the stall. What can I say? I've always looked out for Din's. I've slowly perfected my shopping route. Being economical sure takes a lot of hard work and time. Finally made a pinwheel good enough to put on the stall's display. Feels good to see something I made be put on the display like this. Now if only it would get off the display because somebody bought it. Does it rotate differently? I don't think it... Well, maybe. I don't know. My grandson Royce finally found himself a job. One at a stall, no less. He used to work at one too back in my younger years. I'm getting a little nostalgic thinking about it. Well, I'm happy Roy's maturing. I'll continue to watch over him. Grandpa's beard is Willy Wong. I'm gonna pull it. Yeah, not now, Mei-Ling. Don't pull on it. Alright, I'm off to work. Make sure you lock the door behind me. You got it, Serena. Serena? What? I don't know. Don't skip homework. Got it. What's up, girlie? Little you got across the hall was recently given permission to watch the apartment by himself while his sister is out. I'm so proud of him. Naturally, Sarina asked that I check in on him from time to time to make sure he's okay. I'll use that as an opportunity to bring him a snack later. Come on, Marie, we're gonna play lots today. Dangle's cat toy. Ah! You love it! Vaughn had to leave for work early today because of an important meeting. He's been much more motivated to work ever since we moved here. I'm blessed to have a husband that cares so deeply about his family. We've been posting you long enough. Time for you to get back to work. Please take good care of yourself when you're working here, okay? Don't worry, I will, Sepia. Hate to see you two leave so soon. I'm gonna miss you both so much. Please keep looking after Yuna, Sepia. Let her know how much I love her. Oh, we have to go back home already. Well, I hope we can come see Daddy again. Never. I believe that's everyone on East Street. Everyone I know can't talk about the upcoming referendum. It's easy to get wrapped up in all the discourse. How you vote is no one else's business, so think long and hard over it. Sure. I guess we could report in that we've beaten what's her name? Nope. You don't say anything? I'll have you know I beat the Dragon Princess. Okay. You will be soon. Alrighty, that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.